Swimming, it was always there in the background, and I always wanted to contribute in some way. And what I said, the way to make money is through those certificates. So when you become, when it becomes popular, more people start using it. Each user gets a certificate for passing a level.
Hello, this is Mark Rodriguez, producer and host of Heavy or Not, the OG Swim Guide. In episode 110, we meet a Bulgarian swimmer, a former Indiana University athlete, a U.S. Open champion, and tech developer, Val. His name's Valentin Milkov. Val has built Zlix. It's spelled Z-L-I-X, Zlix. It's an application designed to verify swimming skills through uploaded video. The system follows beginning swimming through a clear progression and awards digital certificates and gives parents, coaches, and swimmers a visible record of improvement. In this conversation, we discuss his vision of swimming with AI. It's pretty radical. Stay to the end. And his ideas is for digital swimming passport. It's a challenge using artificial intelligence around water and the role of the human review. Zlix is not trying to replace the coach. It's trying to document progress, it's support instruction, and make achievement easier to see. Hey, here's my conversation with Val.
Actually, I'm based in Bulgaria, but I'm well-traveled, meaning swimming actually brought me around the world. So you can say I got my education, my degree from Indiana University, maybe the best place for a swimmer to be, because I have always dreamt to be in the footsteps of Mark Spitz, or like to be in a place where Doc Hanselman, the legend in training, was, and that was Indiana University. That's where I ended up swimming, and that's where I became US Open champion. That was actually quite a few years ago. And in fact, later when I get my master's in England with like a splendid team, even though it's one problematic shoulder, we were able to become world record holders in strange relay. So swimming has been always part of my life, even up today, because let's say when I became US Open champion and got my degree, that was like over 20 years ago. Even though I have been doing my daily job like as a program and project manager for IT projects, maritime projects, swimming, it was always there in the background, and I always wanted to contribute in some way. Speaking how we can help, let's say, the swimming community, and that's how it came to be the idea of Swim Mind. And my friends actually very technical, AI-driven, not so much front-faced. You can imagine much more than 10 years ago, a big fuss about AI. And we had the right people, and we participated based on our concept, which back then was called Swim Mind. So like the swimming and the mind driven, and we wanted to help the swimming community where the AI immediately provides feedback. It is driven by best swimming practices, that it's mostly focused on the beginner swimmers. The challenge 10 years ago, it's still present for AI, and especially in the water. Meaning Zlix done, it was actually done by me. It was a long wait because we were wondering who is going to do our front face, like a front end, which is a simple thing for people actually to bring their videos of their skills. We were waiting for, like, let's say, for a bit more advancement in the AI. Zlix is already working. Some of the skills, let's say, make a star in the water. The accuracy is very good. It's 90%. That's what they achieved. I don't think anybody else in the world has achieved this accuracy for such a level. The challenge is actually the water. It's the reflection and all that, but it's still 90% accuracy, which is not the full accuracy. So for Zlix, we still keep people behind. Zlix, in simple terms, is follow the progression of each beginner swimmer. Think of it Zlix like as a password, your swim password. So throughout my career in swimming, I have seen the same problems all over and over. The good places like US, Australia, and UK, where I have been, they're like swim schools. But even there, swim schools not really following the same rules. I have seen maybe a bit better chance in the Australia and United States with Swim America and Swim Australia, what the level from the beginning until start. So whether you're working in a bilateral breeding, parents are confused and are not really understanding and seeing the progress of their kid. Is progress because they go to practice or something more tangible? Like the good schools actually was coaching. Every 2 weeks, there was a place where parents were able to see the progress. And that were the results. You can see the kids were so happy for passing a level where you get stickers. Here, the coach can say, okay, the kid is going to perform 25-meter swim freestyle. Of course, the instructor can immediately recognize that the kids or whoever swims past it. But alongside, even the parent can record, get a feedback whether that level is passed. So this is a digital certificate that comes from Zlix. Parent himself wants to check its kids in its own pool, whether he performs just based on certain levels. On purpose, Zlix has been made on purposely very simple at this stage because it's a minimal viable product. What is the interest of this product and to improve it more and more. As you see, each level, there are 13 levels, show what a particular skill it is to be shown and to be verified. So starting with the seahorse, the program is based on, as I said, combination of what is in the Australia and United States. Arm floats. The next level, it is show 10 meters unassisted, no arm floats. Continue like this, let's say the torpedo level, 5 second tummy starfish or 5 second back starfish. So, and we continue with the various skills, and it is purposely placed as simple as this. What is the task? And when you click play, you proceed and you just upload the video of that particular task. But it goes up until the last advanced tree, which is actually 400 individual medley. First, Zlix is now mostly and entirely focusing on the beginner swimmers. It asks you to upload a video. You click the camera and I click record of your particular video. I stop, and it is as simple as this. You go and you wait for the assessment.
Good. So then the AI looks at the 5 second starfish and says you passed or you failed.
Yeah, we haven't put for all levels immediate feedback, and purposely now there are coaches behind to make sure that it is okay, because you understand we want 100% accuracy at the beginning, at right now.
How are you then on the marketplace? Are you trying to sell it now, or where are you?
Oh no, we're not selling it as of now. As it is totally, and that's meant to be free forever in terms for end users, any end users. So there we have end users that are uploading videos and we are approving them. So literally it was like a few weeks ago started. So very few people know about it. It is going to be free forever, especially its use. There are different ways to monetize that. So each swimmer gets a certificate. certificates, and that's the only way we can monetize. If there is the increased interest in the certificate, you probably see sponsors. It's not going to be paid by the end users. The way to make money is through those certificates. So when it becomes popular, more people start using it. Each user gets a certificate for passing a level. In order to run properly, it has to get its, let's say, hard cash to get it flowing. So, and especially for AI to get all this data, to train it, to make it more efficient, because right now we're able to train a few of the levels which are successful, but not all. And this is actually, it's consuming especially for the machine learning of making this happen and storing it. But as of now, we want to see what is the interest? Maybe what is the interest of having such digital system to verify the performance of each swimmer? Think of swimming passport.
I wonder if it's flexible enough that each school could do their own certificate. Then I think it would be very, very valuable. Some do superheroes even.
That can easily be done. We wanted to, yes, we are flexible to do it. If a school approaches, it is just a different interface. When a school logs in, and they will see its own logo, and it will be designed as per their school. But we will try to keep, let's say, the classic Zlix, and it's going to be a living thing, because nothing is perfect from the beginning. We are based on the best practices. Maybe we're driven more Australian approach, where there are not so much numbers like 1 to 10 in the Swim America. But in Australia, they prefer to see the beginner swimmers, those cute little fish, turtles, and etc., to bring more enjoyment. Or as of now, it's too digital, but it can become easily much more interactive. Of course, to have this more interactiveness with those AI-driven characters. So it becomes of interest of the beginner swimmers to perform and communicate with those characters. But at the same time, let's say that you jump from character to character because, let's say, the seahorse one, you pass it quickly and you need to go to join to another. But flexibility to bring another school to a particular curriculum, that's always a possibility. We are welcoming this. It can be easily done, but as of now, we want to have that midline, which will be adjusted, of course, for the overall public, let's say, because what the digitalization is bringing is helping countries get it better. I still see in my country and throughout Europe so many kids with floaters, and they don't really know what they do. That's basically one of the problems that I have been driven.
Have you seen the Orca Vision? OrcaVision.company. And they are using it for the high end, for the fast swimmers. So they put a camera onto the swimming competitive pool, and then they're able to use the AI to count the strokes, to count the speed, to count some of the turn times, the time for the flip turns, or the time for the start, or the reaction time. But it's more at the high end. But I know that she's been working really hard to make the AI model know the stroke material. So that might be an interesting conversation, because I don't think she's at all been working on the learn to swim part.
We ourselves have many videos. And Zlix is different. Zlix is not doing a video analysis how you should swim. Zlix at this point is only a verification tool. That's a different from the person you said in South Africa, or maybe I'm confusing. There are many systems that they're actually using AI for the high end. And in fact, Hong Kong University came to us, wanted to adjust. They had this, I believe, 5 years ago. and they had their AI driven, one of the first one to help people drawing, to detect the drawing if somebody draws in the pool. But they started with the high-end performance to check the strokes and all this. So there's many systems that do that. We are purposely focused not on the high end. We are focusing on learn to swim, and step by step. We want to go to the point where the high-end AI, it is more of like a kind of like a ghost, saying because of the reflection in the water. That's the biggest thing. That's if anyone says we have a system that can perform and catch you and give you the best advice immediately, that's not in 100% accuracy, of course. We are very interested to have our own Zlix pool in this way, in combination of all those ourselves. Wanted to get to the point of increased popularity so we can get EU funding, which can be quite large. Right now, we want to show the interest, and then we can combine, of course, and go to the high end, where you can imagine a coach in one swimming pool can train high-end swimmers, much more than 30 people at the end, because he will have per lane assistant coach, which can be a hologram. A hologram is very easy to make now. So you can have like a glass in the pool, and swimmer swims, touches, and he can speak to the assistant AI hologram that directly tells where, and so it made a mistake, took more breaths than it's necessarily, it's not pulling correctly in the freestyle, anything like high end. Then in this pool, you have underwater cameras, above waters, everything. But we want focus overall right now, starting with verification system. People already trained by the coaches, and we don't want to separate the coaches. In fact, we want to work alongside the coaches. Or even in the high end, we're certain because AI, it's difficult to make him alive, it's particular checking performance. So it will give a suggestion, of course, based on best practices in the back and how we train it. So all those videos, yes, they're helpful maybe for the techie guys who actually feed and help the modeling of the AI. And we're quite interested in that, of course, but we're going step by step. Simply now, Zlix is a verification tool. People are interested and start, of course, in uploading videos, because based on that, that drives us to continue doing. It will drive us to continue improving our tool. Basically, as more people, more parents, coaches start utilizing the tool to start uploading and see whether they're passing us, let's say, shark level 25-meter freestyle and backstroke, or like get the tummy fish to become a torpedo streamline. So, and they get a prompt response if they pass the level, or if they didn't pass it, why they didn't pass it, with corrections. But if it pass, they get a response and either a certificate, because some levels have like a few tasks to be passed, or like we'll say, great, congratulations, you need to work on another level. Wonderful, Mark. Thank you very much. I mean, with people with you, and that's swimming that drives them in continuous, like, and connect technology with swimming. That's we shouldn't be scared of it. We should embrace it because it helps us. Totally. Last example, even you said YouTube. Back in the days, I mean, I myself find if YouTube was present, just saying YouTube, my swimming technique would have been much better. I would have done much progress, just because the coaches couldn't see everything. Now it is like sharing. Sharing is caring, like I've been saying, but the more free use throughout, the better. I mean, that makes swimming more competitive. Not talking about the illegal things. No, it's just a simple best practices. Not just making people work hard. It's not always hard. Work smart.
So I've been a little bit enamored with the artificial intelligence, and we've published a book, Chapter 0. It's about the AI coaching wizard. It's something we're rolling out with a new program for an after-school swimming. You can learn about the book and order it at swimisca.com. That's the shop of the International Swim Coaches Association. Swimisca.com, Chapter 0. You can buy the book. Also, you can see a link to the app that we'll be using. It's called Crew Lab. And then inside that app, there's a special way that you can get some extra resources.
Let's pause with today's fortune statement.
I will do a good job of self-observation.
This is not a quote to admire. It's a prompt to reflect on. Think about how this applies to what you're working through right now, whether that's training, competition, coaching, or life beyond the pool. Better yet, write about it. Reflection turns ideas into habits.